Hi, my loves. Welcome back. Today's session is getting into some really important viewer questions about the suspected Hantavirus situation, what may really be happening, how far it could go, and whether the fear around it is bigger than the threat itself. These are questions that you left in the comments, and I'm bringing them to Spirit and sharing the answers that we are given. But I want to say something really clearly before we begin because I know that this part can trip up a lot of people. A pendulum is answering the question that is being asked based on the current energy around the question in the moment. That doesn't mean that something is guaranteed to happen, and it doesn't mean that the future is locked in. It just means that Spirit is providing an answer to a question that's asked. Basically, it just means that if the energy changes, then the answer can change too. And that's not a contradiction, it's just how energy works. As always, please remember that this session is for entertainment purposes and spiritual insight only. Everything discussed here is alleged. Nothing in this video should be taken as factual claims, accusations, medical advice, or guaranteed predictions. These are spiritual energy check-ins, and remember, energy can shift, timelines can change, and free will always plays a role. And what Spirit shows in a moment reflects the energy as it stands right now. Make sure that you trust your intuition, only take what resonates, and leave anything that doesn't. And if you ever feel called to look more deeply into your own personal questions or situations, I offer private tarot and pendulum readings through my Etsy shop. If you click on the link in the pinned comment and in the video description, you'll be taken to my Etsy shop. There you'll be able to read through the reviews others have left. Okay, my loves, let's see what Spirit has to say. Based on the current energy, is there a strong possibility that the suspected hantavirus situation was intentionally introduced rather than happening naturally? Can't answer that right now. Is the suspected hantavirus situation showing signs of sustained person-to-person transmission? Yes, thank you. Is Spirit using the word pandemic in a technical public health sense rather than in a way that people emotionally associate it with COVID? No, thank you. Will this situation remain significantly smaller in scale than COVID-19? We're getting a maybe. Will this situation primarily affect vulnerable or localized populations rather than the majority of the public? Can't answer that right now. Spirit, based on the current energy, will this situation spread across multiple countries? Yes, thank you. Will containment efforts prevent the situation from escalating into a worldwide crisis? Yes, thank you. Are health officials currently capable of containing this situation? Yes, thank you. Will public health agencies respond effectively to this suspected hantavirus situation? We're getting a maybe. Spirit, is that because some will not? Yes, thank you. Is there hope that this situation will pass with less devastation than many people currently fear? We're getting a maybe. Will widespread lockdowns or shutdowns be avoided? We're getting a maybe. Will most people's daily routines remain largely normal throughout the situation? Can't answer that right now. Spirit, has the energy around the Hantavirus situation changed since the last time we checked in with the Alphabet Pendulum board? Yes, thank you. Based on the current energy, has the situation shifted in a way that is more favorable for the collective? No, thank you. Based on the current energy, has the situation shifted in a way that is less favorable for the collective? Yes, thank you. Based on the current energy, is this less favorable shift still expected to remain smaller in scale than COVID-19? Yes, thank you. Based on the current energy, is this less favorable shift mainly about increased spread? Yes, thank you. Based on the current energy, is this less favorable shift mainly about increased fear or disruption? No, thank you. Spirit, based on the current energy, is this increase in spread still expected to remain regionally limited rather than becoming worldwide? Can't answer that right now. Spirit, based on the current energy, is there a strong possibility that this suspected hantavirus situation will significantly affect parts of Europe, including Northern Europe? Yes, thank you. Is there a strong possibility that parts of Europe, including Spain, will be significantly affected by the situation? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is there a possibility that the US will be significantly affected by the situation? Yes, thank you. Is increased international travel contributing to the spread of the situation? Yes, thank you. Is there a connection between the June timing and major international travel events or gatherings such as the World Cup? Yes, thank you. And if you remember from our previous session when I used the alphabet pendulum board, Spirit said that this would start happening in June, and that's when the World Cup begins. Are significant travel or flying restrictions likely to be introduced this summer? We're getting a maybe. Will most people still be able to travel normally this summer despite concerns around the situation? We're getting a maybe. Spirit, based on the current energy, is the collective fear around the situation currently larger than the actual threat itself? Can't answer that right now. Is misinformation or confusion adding to the public fear around the situation? Yes, thank you. Is the collective reacting from unresolved COVID trauma as much as from the actual situation itself? Yes, thank you. Will fear and social media amplification make the situation feel larger than it ultimately becomes? Can't answer that right now. Would staying calm, informed, and grounded serve the collective better than panic or fear? Yes, thank you. Is the collective safer staying calm and informed rather than assuming systems are completely failing? Yes, thank you. Is the current media focus around the hantavirus situation also serving as a distraction from other major stories or disclosures? Yes, thank you. Is the current media focus around the hantavirus situation serving as a distraction from the war in Iran? Yes, thank you. Is the current media focus around the hantavirus situation serving as a distraction from the Epstein files? Yes, thank you. Spirit, based on the current energy, have recent changes within public health institutions weakened the response capacity to emerging outbreaks? Yes, thank you. Will political decisions significantly affect how the situation is managed? Yes, thank you. Are qualified professionals still actively working behind the scenes to contain and manage the situation? Yes, thank you. Will disagreements within leadership create confusion for the public during this situation? Yes, thank you. Will the collective continue receiving enough accurate information to protect themselves appropriately? No, thank you. Will public response and lessons learned from COVID help people navigate the situation more effectively? Yes, thank you. Is there a strong possibility that public health concerns around this situation will create major political consequences for current leadership? Yes, thank you. Okay, my loves, that's where the energy is sitting right now around these viewer questions. And I want to remind you of something really important before we close. These were viewer questions. You left them in the comments, and I brought them to Spirit. And then Spirit gave an answer to that question that was asked. One thing Spirit made very clear in this session is that the energy has shifted in a less favorable direction since the last time that we checked in, but it still appears smaller than COVID and more tied to increased spread than to mass devastation or widespread disruption. So please hear me when I say this. Do not let information like this throw you into fear, and don't let it take you into a spiral. Remember, love, nothing is set in stone. Energy can shift, timelines can change, and free will is always playing a role in how things unfold. What Spirit shows in a moment reflects the energy as it stands right now around the exact question that was being asked. So take the information in, stay aware, stay grounded, and let your intuition lead you instead of your fear. And love, if you feel that you need to be a little bit more careful right now, then be a little bit more careful. Keep yourself safe in the ways that feel right to you. Protect your energy, protect your body, and trust yourself. I know for me, I'm still using hand sanitizer when I get back in the car after being out in public. If you feel like wearing a mask is right for you, then wear one. Trust your intuition, it won't lead you wrong. And remember, this session was for entertainment purposes and spiritual insight only. Everything discussed here is alleged. Nothing shared in this video should be taken as factual claims, accusations, medical advice, or guaranteed predictions. So take what resonates, lovingly leave the rest that doesn't, and let this be something that helps you stay aware and not afraid. If anything in this session confirms something that you've already been feeling, let me know about it in the comments. And keep leaving your questions there too. I love reading what you have to say. Getting the opportunity to connect with you in the comments section is my favorite thing about these videos. And if you ever feel called to look more deeply into your own personal questions or situations, I offer private tarot and pendulum readings through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the pinned comment below and in the video description. Love, thank you for being here, for staying open, and for choosing awareness without giving your power away to fear. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll meet you in the comments.